So maybe I should find out where actually the best price is. I don't think I have many options. I think farmers markets is probably the only option, but it's worth take a look. Sorry, it fell out. Grass. Yeah, farmers market. Have I managed to find a tree? Oh, Jesus. So, yeah. Well, at least it was a little bit of money. And I can probably make a couple more when I run a second run to try to gather the grass on the field. Um, the good thing with a grass field is I don't have to do anything with it, it will grow up again. At least now I start to have a little bit of money, so that's definitely positive. See, there's still grass on it, so I have some out in the side here as well. So if I take this a little bit aside, going to move the baler a little bit. Just a little bit for now. We'll give everything with the windrow again and see if we can make some nice rows where we can get some more bales. I know it might look a little bit weird what I'm doing, but I'm actually just driving up and down because if I missed something, this was actually not missed, I knew it was there, but And I don't know if I can get any bales whatsoever out of this, but at least it's worth a try. And can I get some? Then it's kind of money in the bank. Maybe not immediately, but somehow down the line. I think I missed something up in the start, so yeah. So it is definitely better if it's assembled a little bit. The baler can pick up the loose grass, however, it will take pretty much forever to do it. Can I get through there? No. That's okay. I'll take the other side here and see if I can make another row. Should be able to. If you ask me where all this grass is from, I have no idea. Well, I will say I do have an idea, but I find it a little bit weird because I didn't think I would get grass the first time I actually moved this. So, yeah. So as said, if I can make some bales out of it all, then happy days. It's free money. So let's see what we can bale out of this grass we have nicely arranged in rows. did feel it grow quite fast. Did that turn off? I've seen that on other maps that there is some points where it seems like things just turn off. And it's quite annoying. So it's no secret that baling is not my favorite discipline, to be honest, but I'm just going to go with it because it's the only option I have at the moment. So other thing I could imagine is I buy hand tools and do it by hand, and that will take forever just to collect the grass, so that's not really going to be an option, to be honest. I have the tool, why not use it? Quite a lot of grass in these. It's actually not the worst experience I had with this, so let's As picking grass up, yeah, it can be done in many different ways. As said, it can pick grass up without mowing, windrow it, but it makes it quite tedious. So I know there's more grass, but it doesn't run anywhere, so now my favorite discipline, picking up bales and stack them. Just stab them good, yeah. Makes sense. So one left, I think. So it became a bit more than I thought, so that's actually good. It's just a question how many of them is going to stay put. Okay. Well placed. They all had straps over them, so that was skill. Or I was very lucky. Okay, that's not a bad thing. Got more out of it than I expected, so that's kind of okay then. Slowly accumulating more money. I'm hoping something soon comes up in that. So there are things I wish for, but let's see how it actually pans out. What I'm going to do now is actually to create the second field. And for now, put grass on. It can always be cultivated to something else if we wish that to happen. So going to park that there in the middle of everything. I really don't want the front loader on when I'm doing farm work, field work. So Jesus. This time it was the right one. I need to wait for the cultivator, the seeder. Well, it's the same thing, but the plow was in there. Where's our dog now? It's probably in the forest. My dogs love the forest, so yeah. Is that turned right or the wrong way? It was the right way, so good. And I need to look at the map because I need to see how much. I think I'm fine with space, but I need to check it out. This is one thing which is actually annoying me slightly. That it saves every time. So map. So I actually have quite a bit that way. Okay, good. I was also thinking about extending this, but I actually think I don't want to do that. So I actually think I will make this bigger, but let's just start and then take it from there. And yeah, me making square fields is rectangular fields is not a given. Trees there. But the thing is, if I'm not happy with the field size, I can always expand it. And of course that would mean I would have to remove trees and stuff like that maybe, but who knows, I might do that anyway. It's actually okay rectangular, so that's better than most I have made. I know I cut a corner off down there, but yeah. Why are you driving forward when I ask you to drive backwards? Just asking. Let's see, I'm running low on fuel. So if anyone is sitting watching and thinking, what are you actually doing? I'm playing a survival challenge, starting on 0 money. A little bit of, I had a farm, this one is one where you start with a farm. So I inherited whatever I had, and from that, start earning money. I can only buy used items, so no new things, no leasing. So I need to have the money before I can buy anything, and yeah. So that kind of determines where I'm actually going, because if I can't get what I want, I have to want what I get, so to speak. So that is going to, it's going to throw a lot of curveballs. I'm not doubting that. I am playing on very easy setting because I am relatively new to this farming simulator. I have played in the past older versions, so I have a little bit of a sense what I'm doing, but this has grown very complex, I will say. It's almost gotten so realistic that us normal people are kind of struggling. No, we're not struggling because it's not rocket science. You can just set the difficulty so it suits to you. So I would be lying if I said it was overly complicated. If it was, I wouldn't be sitting here now, because I would have no clue what I was doing then. But I I will say, if you are really into these kind of games, you can make it so realistic, so it's almost mirroring real life. I think I stick a little bit with what some people call arcade mode. Um, but I will do more challenges down the line, and as I get better, I will up the difficulty. Um, First of all, I will play with seasons on and stuff like that down the line. I'm not doing that at the moment because I seemed to mess it up when I did. So, but I do think down the line that that will definitely come on. What is that on sale? Is that something I can use? And I do use a lot of that I don't need. I do use a lot of mods, mainly because certain things I like to make a little bit easier for myself, but also certain things just add more to the game, in my opinion, and yeah. I know there's always discussions whether mods is cheating or ruining the game or whatever, but it's your choice. You play your game, I play mine, and let's just enjoy it. Whether you play with mods or not, it's really up to you. No one should judge you for doing it or not doing it. That's just how it is. I mean, as long as you play in a single player game alone, whatever you do is between you and the game, really. It's not something anyone should judge. I think there's enough people who has an opinion what's right or wrong, but let them keep their opinion and you play as you want. I mean, theoretically we paid for a game, so we have the right to play it exactly like we want to. And as long as you enjoy what you're doing, no one should really judge that then. It's actually snowing, lovely. yeah. I would say it's the same reason I would not say that someone playing any types of survival challenges doing differently than me is cheating or not doing it properly. It's really up to them. We're playing to have an interesting game, do something we like to do or want to do, so yeah. I always say I take the same approach in any game I play because people shouting on the sideline that what you're doing is wrong. Who cares? To be honest. That said, if anyone has a suggestion that you might want to do it this way because it's easier or it's more correct or something like that, I would never say no thank you to suggestions. And very often I would try things out, and I would determine, is this useful for me? If it is, I will use it, and I will say thank you for good advice. I would say this is not a game where you lose if you lose some money. Yeah, it's annoying, but it is just money. There are things that come down to that is not entirely needed. And the thing is, I only use the mods that comes inside the game pretty much because I'm not going with the mods that comes from different places I don't know. I always try to keep that part of the game safe. In the past there has been some dodgy places with mods which could give you virus and stuff like that, so I'm a little bit careful what I put on my computer, even though my virus program is not always happy with things like mods. But it's more because it can't really identify what it is. Then we have to check if there's virus on. If not, then tell it that they are fine. Don't be so suspicious. it's actually supposed to be suspicious because that is what we need it to be. God damn it, it's 11 o'clock and it seems to already start being dark. I don't like to do field work in dark, to be honest. So maybe I should eliminate this corner I have made. Admit I sometimes try to just keep driving and it always ends up with a weird shaped corner. Which is fine. It's I don't feel the fields take shape until you start cultivate them, then it looks like fields. But there is something satisfying with actually plowing the land, creating your own fields. I feel that's a little bit of a pioneer settler thingy. And I think that's a great feeling. I wish I could somehow have experienced that. On the other hand, I'm glad I haven't, because I think I would be a very poorly farmer. I think that's where my skill set is at its best. And that's it. If you have to, you have to. I mean, that's... For some reason my survival was depending on it. And I think you can do a lot of things. Sure, I like the snow, but So while I'm doing this, my greenhouses is still accumulating a little bit of income as well. So it's actually relatively positive at the moment. The only negative is I don't get any material vehicles or things that I really wish for. So yeah. But let's see how it goes. I'm sure something will emerge. If not, then I will have a lot of greenhouses, and then I might go to very different productions. So then there will be a lack of farming. Well, let's see what the future brings. That is kind of where we really are, and that is where I will take it to. I will try to adapt to every little things that happen, and hopefully end up with something positive. This tractor is struggling. It is all about engine power, and sometimes that's what you need. If you don't have it, you need to have tools which is smaller. And that's just how it is. So I must admit, getting a tool which needs much more horsepower than you can provide, and then you're trying to drag it through the mud at 1 kilometer per hour, then the game turns very long. So we are slowly making this field. So that's that's good. And down the line, I hope it can become other things than grass, because otherwise I'm forced in other directions. But yeah, I'm not going to think about that until I see what comes up. It's funny that I know some people say these survival runs is unrealistic. I actually disagree. I think it's much more realistic. If you were suddenly chucked on a farm and had to survive, you would have to do with what you could afford. You would have to do with whatever was there from start until you start earning money. So yeah, and I hope it doesn't start snowing outside my windows. That even though they do say we get snow in this part of the world at some point, which I don't mind. The landscape look very beautiful when it's white, but I have some upcoming very long drives. I'd rather not do that in too bad weather. One of the weird things is that many Brits have no clue how to drive in snowy weather, so yeah, it sometimes closes down the whole country if it goes that way. So that is not very nice.